I'm not.
I wasn't ready.
For some reason, I said that today, and I can't remember what the context was, and now I'm upset. But anyway, we're talking about it should have been me. That
it should have been me.
Iconic.
It wasn't my fault.
We're gonna talk about AEW Revolution 2021.
Definitely.
No, we're talking about 2020 actually.
And real quick, I wanna hop to Casey real quick because Casey bought the show, and I want to know why. Because I mean, we've done Casey's
with me.
Right, he wouldn't even split it 50-50.
Yeah, let's split 50-50 with we could all watch it together.
For one thing, I don't think I was spelling it right. He's like, "What's happily?" What the hell is happily? I'm like, no.
Well, first of all, you said that after I had already bought it. Like, because I ordered it the night before because I couldn't find. I didn't want to trust Watch Wrestling to have a good stream of it, and I felt like I knew who the new signee was going to be, and I turned out to be right.
Oh, really?
But I still was like, you know what? Whatever. If it's a shitty show, it's one pay-per-view, and like I said, I've watched. I think I've actually purchased 3 full price pay-per-views since WWE Network came out.
But Casey, I mean, it's just your $9.99 for 5 months. That's it. It's just nothing crazy.
Yeah, but it was also for 5 months in one night.
Exactly. Yeah. I wasn't going to mention that part. I was trying to cut him a little slack.
Exactly.
I know.
I mean, at least me and DJ do it the right way, usually.
I will say, the show itself was not bad. It wasn't $50, but it wasn't bad. And then you get to the
speaking
ending.
of,
we'll talk about.
Speaking of, while we're on the price of shows type deal, imagine, let's just hypothetically speaking, there was no WWE Network, Peacock, whatever. What would you pay for an NXT Takeover show? Because we've always been pretty fond of those. And of course, I mean, obviously they're not going to charge you $70 for it, but like, would you pay the full price for an NXT Takeover show? I think I would. I've enjoyed them.
I would, only because they've always been good shows. We've never had a bad takeover, and they're not every month. They're like,
but it's the same guys at every pay-per-view. What are you guys talking about? You can watch the Bucks, Kenny, and Moxley. I mean, no, that's besides the point. You can watch them over on TNT.
You know, I hate how AEW fans like don't get me wrong. I hate how they go like, oh yeah, like when one wrestler goes to WWE, you know, like an old wrestler, they go like, oh, why is this guy back? And then when they come to AEW, this is the greatest thing on earth. It's like they have a double standard. These AEW fans, which
they're dipping, they're trying to go back to the well too many times. But if they get the sign, they're like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Why don't you watch our Mark wrestling? Yeah. I haven't had an opinion on this at all, as you can tell.
Speaking of while we're on it, the signee. First off, Big Show announced it, and then we saw the countdown. He did. He said he said that he announced it, meaning he had an interview saying it was going to happen.
Oh, like I think the thing happened. I think the thing happened too quick, to be honest. Like when the whole countdown happened, I knew when that countdown was happening. Like, yeah,
yep, I knew it was Christian. I was like, is it? Yeah.
It's Jeffrey Nero Hardy.
I tried to tell Casey that it was going to be Christian, but he kept saying it was Kurt.
You know, Kurt, he was doing a whole bunch of things on Twitter. Like he was trolling us, but he said that Kurt doesn't want to come back to wrestling anymore. He's officially retired.
Well, and the other thing too, which was my bad too. Big Show said Hall of Fame worthy, not necessarily a Hall of Famer, right? Currently.
And I was hearing like a whole bunch of things about Pat McAfee also, because he did.
Stupid.
Big Show did it. Big Show didn't specifically say for professional wrestling, because he's a worthy Hall of Famer for football also.
Yeah, that would be so dumb if he would have came to AEW.
And he was talking to Cody also. But yeah.
It was Christian, by the way, for those who maybe were waiting.
The instant classic. The instant classic.
I thought it was cool, but like Christian is still one of those guys where I'm like, how much more does he have left to give? Because didn't he walk away when he wanted to? Like
pretty much, and he was injured, but
yeah. So I mean, it felt like he kind of left when he wanted to leave, and he kind of, of course, he did some things in TNA. He came back, he had some runs in WWE. I don't know if he ever got treated like he wanted to be in WWE, but
I mean, they gave him the ECW championship.
No. We can't go that route. We can't go there. They gave back in like 2011 when he came back from TNA. They gave him the world title in the
they
ladder
did.
match.
That's because TNA treated him properly.
Yeah, but here's what it boils down to. The way Big Show set that up, you were thinking it was going to be Kurt,
like
Punk,
John Cena,
or possibly John Cena or Brock.
But Vince, I don't think Vince would let Cena go over there. Like if Vince heard that he was backstage,
he's never going to let Cena walk. He's never going to let Brock walk. He's going to do exactly what he did with Andre the Giant.
If Vince heard that Cena was backstage, Vince would literally go to Jacksonville and he would stop Cena from going inside.
Goddamn, pal! You tell me you're to go to that AEW Wrestling?
So I couldn't find the hat because I have the hat, but I found the scarf.
I have to too. Was it the wrestling box from Loot Crate?
Yeah,
I have it somewhere too. I might have to go in the closet and find it.
Actually, there was something funny I saw. Actually, Cena was in AEW. He was in that mid-card Rumble match when Evil Uno got eliminated. Cena was actually there. Cena eliminated.
Oh, I thought he was Evil Uno.
But no, back to what you were saying. I thought, Big Show. I thought it was going to be someone like bigger. Like, not that Christian isn't a big name. But I don't feel like it's something that's going to transcend, that's going to really be a game changer for AEW going, oh, yeah, like I need to, watch AEW every week. It's not like they're going to put him as a world champion right now.
Well,
that was my saying too. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm very Christian, whatever, though, but that's not that big a name.
I mean, it's big, but like it's not like anything that's
it's like cool. But I was like,
okay. I had been saying it since they announced this. I had been saying it's not gonna be a big star. They're trying to build it up to bigger than it is. They're trying to get views. They're trying to get people to buy the pay-per-view. That's basically what they were trying to do. And I was saying the whole time, it's going to be a Christian or an RVD or, somebody that, yes.
Speaking of RVD, I thought he was going to be that one in the ladder match because, when they were being like someone like really athletic and stuff, I thought he would have been the one in the ladder match.
I still don't
go
know
ahead.
Who said person.
You go. It's fine.
No, you go.
Fine, Justin. I wasn't in the middle of a sentence or anything. It's fine.
No, you can finish.
He probably lost his train of thought. He's like 40. Come on.
No, he's 50.
I'm the oldest one here. He always makes that joke.
Casey's always the oldest one here. He will forever be the oldest one here.
Casey looks young today. I don't know why. He looks really young today.
You might
Benjamin
be the
Casey
oldest.
Button.
You might be the oldest by like a year.
But I'm the oldest damn it. I am the eldest statesman of the ICW podcast. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget
I'm
it.
33. I am 33 years old.
What was that I did where you were like, well, by the way, get it accurate. I am 33 years old. I've never been divorced.
I've never been divorced, and I do not live in a van down by the river.
Welcome to the Instant Classic Chris Farley podcast.
But
that
Christian,
guy in a little coat.
Take it off, dickhead. I'm serious.
for Christian, I was excited about it, but at the same time, it was kind of like, oh, okay. like I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, it's TNA all over again.
I felt like, what more does Christian have to give? And it's not TNA all over again, because at least when he went to TNA, it was worth a darn. I just don't feel like, and that's not a shot at AEW. That's me saying, like, Christian's not the same guy that he was when he went to TNA.
He was peak Christian by that point. He could still go. And he's in great shape right now. But need I remind people, he is 47 years old.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Jericho's, just over 50. And look at him now. Yeah, he's fat. He's fat.
I can confirm after watching this show.
I popped. Okay, I stand corrected. Jericho's fat. You can see the abs trying to form, but it was like a group of people just pushed his stomach and be like to cause the divots. Like, yeah, that's good. All right, go play Judas.
It's not even like that. It's like chest. Like, his calves are fat. I didn't think that was possible, but his calves are fat.
Jerry, why did his calves gain weight?
His cows gained weight?
This man, I can't.
The tag title match I didn't care about. Anybody care about? I didn't care about the tag title match.
I was kind of in and out for that match a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't.
Let me put it this way. That was the proper match to start with for the opener. Get some spots in, get the Gaga out of the way.
I thought this should have been the Battle Royal match or the Casino Battle, which they have so many of these Casino Battle Royals. Like, I thought this was supposed to be like at Double or Nothing, because it's like in the name, like casino, like you're gambling and stuff. But like, it feels like they have this at every show, like a casino type of, like a Battle Royal.
That's what I'm saying. They have bastardized the Battle Royal because they have it. It's either on the show or it's on the pre-show, and it's especially
they bastardized tag team wrestling.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, because they want to claim that let me put it this way: nobody has the best tag team division right now. Nobody right now. There's just tag teams, especially when somebody gets fake Huda Conrada and takes a bump on himself into the ring.
Speaking of, real quick about the tag team thing, I thought it was cool that they could pull off a tag team battle royal. Thought that was kind of cool. I thought that was cool. They had enough tag teams to pull it off, but I mean, it's still just another battle royal. So, and Jungle Boy should have won. Just gonna say it. Just gonna throw it out there.
Yep, I agree.
I want a Luchasaurus champion. Darn it, I gotta have Luchasaurus as my champion. It's gotta happen. So
what's a Luchasaurus?
That my friend asked me that. He was like,
was that Casey who asked you that?
No, it wasn't Casey.
Sherry, what's a Luchasaurus?
I know very well what a Luchasaurus is.
It's a wrestle. No, about that dragon. It's a
wrestle dragon.
Yeah.
It's a wrestle dinosaur.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we try to get him on the podcast for an interview so Justin be like, "Are you a dragon?"
Shout out to Rabbit from the Third Perspective podcast, by the way, for the comment. But let's see, tag team battle royal. Does anybody care? Speaking of things we just
Aside from the fact that Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus should have won, but no.
I think Johnny Hungy should have won.
Billy Gunn's kid, the one with the longer hair, looks so much like his dad. It's frightening.
That's funny. I said the one with the short hair looks so much like his dad.
No, like even down. I was saying this to Adam earlier. Like even down to facial expressions in the ring, he looks so much like his like. I was having flashbacks to New Age Outlaws matches. It was crazy. But that was the highlight of that match. So.
But I think it's kind of interesting with the whole Nightmare family with Dustin Rhodes and who was his partner again?
QT
Marshall, with him jumping over, with him eliminating, the Gun Club, and then him jumping over. So I feel like there's going to be some dissension in that group or something. I don't know what's going to happen.
They need to mock the Bullet Club logo and just have Gun Club.
True. Oh man.
I put out a bold statement. I said that I want to take it back. I said that Ryo Mizunami versus Hikaru Shida was going to be the best. I don't even want to say this again. The best women's match in AEW history.
And boy, were you all kinds of wrong.
I mean, I was excited for the female Rainmaker. I was hyped.
Yeah, she looks like a knockout version of Okada.
But she said, and I mean, I will say this, where she was wrong. She was wrong. She said that Sheeta wouldn't beat her in 100 years. Well, after looking at my watch, looking at my calendar, it ain't been 100 years yet. So she lied on that one. Any thoughts on that match at all? I thought I just
it's been 100 years for Casey because he's like 102.
I'll show you how I watched it. Watch it like this.
I mean, there was a whole bunch of no selling in this match towards like the end. A whole bunch of strong style. I mean, if that's your cup of tea, a whole bunch of strong style. No sells. Like, I mean, the ending was all right.
It couldn't keep me interested.
Yeah, I didn't care.
And the match kind of went on way too long.
Bingo. I think I've brought this up before. They didn't have to have a women's division. Nobody from that side with AEW is over. Not Sheeta.
You don't think Thunder Rosa was over?
They could have. They buried her right from the word go.
I think they really screwed up with this women's tournament because I thought it was either going to be Thunder Rosa or Britt Baker to be the one who faced Sheeta. So they really screwed up there with the whole tournament because I feel like they had some great storyline going with Sheeta and Britt Baker, but no, that wasn't going to go anywhere. And now they're going to have a six woman tag team match, and I just it's too many tag team matches. Also,
a lot of times that's what I'm saying is like they have not established it well in order for me to care. Like if you were after this, it should have been Britt Baker or Nyla Rose.
And then after the match, you had Thunder Rosa come out and all the heels just run away. I mean, it's 3 against 2. I mean, I just didn't understand that.
And it's so weird because I like the presentation of AEW Like it makes me feel like I'm watching something a little bit different in the way that they film things. I was watching the Hangman Page little video package, and he was in some random place, and they shot at an angle, and I was like, "This is cool. I'm ready. I'm excited." And then they gave me that top end of the card. But anyway, let's see.
But I like Sheeta. Like I want to get into her matches. I want to like. There's something there that I want to grasp onto, but I don't remember who else is in the division.
And I think she's
the division it is. Like you can tell me right now that Britt Baker is in this division. I will forget tomorrow because they don't push their women's division.
They just haven't.
Why do I care if you're pushing? I like
she's the longest
in your division, but you need to push it.
And she's the longest reigning women's champion right now. She's actually the longest reigning champion over there right now in AEW.
That's right.
She's been the
you'll
say she's the third champion ever.
Oh, big money match. I like this match. Hangman Page and Matt Hardy. I did because it had my boy Big Money and Hangman Page. What? I mean, I was in heaven. I liked it. I thought it was good. This was like one of my favorite matches so far in the card. The concept was interesting. I thought. I mean, until we got to the donut match. The donut match now.
The glazed donut.
The Krispy Kreme match.
The Paul Blart match.
But I mean, I like the Hangman Page Matt Hardy match. I thought it was good. I think Matt still does pretty good work for his hips and knees, considering because he's had hip and knee problems for half his career.
And his brain is probably mush. Sammy threw him off the damn scissor lift.
Yeah. But Hangman Page outsmarted him and won the match. You know, we all knew. We all knew it was going to happen here.
That's a lot of liquor he can buy now.
He's going to be partying for months with the Dark Order.
Yeah, the clips I've seen of the match, it looked like it was fine. I think the concept's a little goofy, but
I feel like
not for me.
I feel like Matt Hardy should have won this match because it fit his gimmick more. The big money Matt. I feel like it would he could have been more cocky about it and stuff. And I feel like this could have added more of a wrinkle into Adam Page, like with him going into obscurity more, like him, he lost all his first quarter earnings and him drinking more and having to join the Dark Order. And this could be him, eventually, winning the world championship.
Well, that's what I'm. Well, per that though, like to me, then you start building him. So I think he absolutely should have gone over because I think that's what they want to go next. Is him and Kenny for the title at some point, whether it be late this year or early next year, for that kind of redemption story. He was down and out after losing the tag titles. Kenny turned on him, and now eventually he has to put down the bottle if he wants to get serious. I'm all for a good time, but like no one, the only two guys that ever got beer over was Austin and the Sandman. Let's be honest. But no, I think for sure.
I feel like James Storm got beer over.
Who?
James Storm. He had a scooter made into a cooler made into a scooter.
Hey,
boozer.
Sorry about your damn luck.
I do like this version of Hangman Page instead of the Yeehaw version that they gave us initially. I like this version better. I don't know why, but I do. The other one felt like this one feels less generic than that one did. That one just felt like he was hardcore country or something. But anyway,
hardcore country.
The Face of the Revolution ladder match, enjoyable. Somebody's
This
dead.
was
Who?
the Sonic the Hedgehog ladder match. Get it right.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry. That's the official name. The the donut match. This was the
Cody.
donut
He
match.
took that Canadian destroyer on that ladder, like that was bridged with Pentagon. Oh man, that was nuts.
Both that Scorpion.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
That Scorpio bump was nice.
Yeah, the Scorpio bump was ridiculous. I was like, "Yep, he's dead. It's over. Yep, just stop the match. Just stop it." Yeah, but
he's already dead.
Also,
why was that what they were going for? Like, I'm fine with the brass ring thing, but like,
to show you see the British.
Why is it the biggest?
It was stupid.
The biggest nose hoop you could have found. Like, why?
They took that off of a bull and put it up on top of a ladder.
I can't remember who it was. Who was it there that just stayed on his hands and knees waiting for them to slam the ladder down on him?
Lance? Was it Lance?
I think it was Lance Archer.
Yeah. I was just like,
did Jake the Snake like die? that man hit that close on and was like, "Yep."
Hey, I gotta say this. I appreciate the redemption of Jake and how he rehabilitated and got himself in shape. He's fallen off the wagon, and now he's back to his bloated self from a couple years ago. I was
like, is he okay for real though? Because he was
for real, but yes,
for a minute.
But yeah.
After a clothesline, I was like, "Well, okay."
He's fine.
Irrelevant point, real quick, because I know Adam was watching this. I saw him respond to it on Snapchat. The Shaq match. I wanted to bring this up because my mom came down and was watching it, and she was like, "Shaq looks like he's crying." I was like, "He's probably winded." I was like, "He's probably winded. He hasn't done anything physical in so long."
I ain't doing anything like that since I put there's a lot of moving out for a small payoff. that match again was booked well, but one, I didn't understand why that was the opening segment. Why the fuck you wouldn't put that on a pay-per-view? And Miss Cargill, for the love of God, stop posing after each move. We get it. You're in shape. And again, that was also an indictment. And let me just say, for her first time out, her and Red Velvet, I thought were the highlights of that match. I thought they were very good. Cody's starting to wear on me a little bit. Because I thought that he was at least the logical worker in this company. Now he's starting to, because now he's trying to book like his dad, where there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and I don't know why. And by the way, get rid of the fucking neck tattoo, please. But you mentioned, no, but
is that real? Is it real?
Yeah, it's real.
It's fuck yeah, it's real.
Goodness.
It's stupid.
Also, you had mentioned this before. He fucking buried Shaq.
He buried Shaq. He executed a magnificent, perfect, beautiful powerbomb. And he punches him in the face and then delivered a body slam. And the body slam looked like shit. The body slam that Luger had on Yoko was better. It was just and that clip I saw online of him going into the ambulance, they waited like 20 seconds and he got out and ran to the back. What?
He did the whole Undertaker.
Taker, he would have levitated from the ambulance. It would have been at least spectacular. But you couldn't do the old school thing where it actually half-ass drives away and then going around the building. Why did you put the two? I'm like, it's not like he's inconspicuous. He's fucking 7'1". But yes,
is that
saying that every time? Jerry, who's that tall black guy that just came out of the ambulance? But yes, for those chops he was delivering to Cody, where he would chop them and then look back at his hand like it was radioactive. I'm like, Shaq, son of a bitch. Anyway, I didn't want to veer off on that, but no, like I said, Jane Cargill didn't look that bad in that match. Beautiful spine buster. The bitch can't throw a kick. She can't throw a punch. Which is this is where these guys can do moves, but they can't throw a punch or a kick.
Oh, also speaking of kicks for WWE, did you hear about that? They're gonna start finding wrestling about the thigh slapping.
Well, two quick points to that. One, if you're not good at throwing punches, don't throw punches. Do other things. Do actual wrestling moves. Because at the end of the day, in pro wrestling, punches are the fakest thing you can do. Because logically, how many times can you actually punch someone before your hand is injured? It doesn't make sense. Good to know.
Quarter amount.
Also, with the slapping, I get it with like super kicks and stuff like that, but there are certain like punches and impactful like kicks where it does help to add to the.
What's the point of getting rid of it?
Here's the thing. Because one, it's Vince McMahon. Something is going to trigger him, or somebody's going to mention him, and then he's going to be like, we're doing way too much of that, pal. Put a sign out and say, no more slapping of the leg. He's going to forget.
And then Randy Orton has talked about it, that he doesn't like that when wrestlers slap their.
But the problem
doesn't he do it on the punt?
He does it on the punt. When he had that little back and forth with Ciampa, he comes out the following week and does a punt or whatever, and it's thigh slap. So my thing is, it's like all it is a sound effect. It's a nice cool sound. If you know how to work it where it doesn't make it so obvious that you're hitting your leg, it's a different story. My issue is it becomes intensified when everybody's doing fucking super kicks or knee lifts where you hit the
Young
guy
Bucks.
in the back.
Like the Young Bucks are doing that way too much.
Well, and there's some guys that still get the noise, but they think about it and they don't hit their leg. They'll hit their stomach or something, which gets the same effect. But fans look for that. That's one of the big issues. Fans look for you to slap your leg. So if you slap the side of your stomach or something, it gives that same effect, but fans are looking for the leg. So some guys do that, which helps a little bit. But when you're doing 30, super kicks a match, I can understand it.
I mean, Flair used to do the headlock thing where he would headlock something and he'd punch him, but his elbow would hit his gut for that pop sound. But that was a good distraction. For me, it's just a matter of it happens way too much because everybody's doing it. If it's like Michaels, Daniel Bryan, just to make it seem like if they were on the same roster. Hey, Michaels does the super kick. DB's got the yes kicks. Nobody else does any fucking kicks. None. Zilch. It'll make it seem special. But it's no different in terms of the silliness of banning it. It's no different when you throw a punch and you stomp on the mat. It's a sound effect. And they've been doing it since the 30s.
And also another reason why I heard wrestlers kind of when they slap their leg and stuff, how you have your reflex, when you kind of kick out and stuff, it kind of helps with the push a little bit, kind of helps push it out a little bit, push your leg more to it.
Well, And also, going back to the Cody thing, no selling and burying Shaq. When he does that kind of thrust, he hits his
arm
bicep to get that sound. So there's many ways that you get little sound effects and things that add to the match. Because if you just hit somebody and there's no sound, it takes away from what you just did.
Well, before, when there was actually crowds, the noise of the crowds would mute out the stuff happening in the ring in terms of impact, but the visual of guy teeing off on the corner worked. But now that it's mute, you're going to notice every little nook and crook thing, which is again another element to why it's hard to watch the product now on a routine basis, because again every little nook thing it gets intensified, because now you're really focusing in on a punch being thrown, a kick being thrown, what have you. I don't know. The crowd obviously always brings the element to it, because you're like, whether you're clapping on the edge of your seat or whatever. Like I said, it's just hard. And I will say this again: Jane Cargill throws a kick like an ostrich. I'm like, what in the blue hell? Anyway, but yeah, Justin, you were doing it earlier.
I just didn't understand it. And like Shaq was standing in the way also, like he was on the apron.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like,
but like the visual when they came out and they both did bicep, that was cool. No more. That's it.
Like I just thought that was weird. Like with Shaq in the middle, I'm like, yeah, there's gonna be a spot coming, but can you just go to the side a little bit? I think just a little bit. You're 7 foot. You big girth. Move out of the way.
I know we went off on a tangent, but you had brought that match up, whatever, and I'm still pulling the remaining particles of my hair out. I'm like, that match could have been so much better. The build to it was the shit. Terrible. That little pre-match package that they did of how they got to that point, all it was people throwing water on each other.
I was about to throw water.
What the fuck?
Where are we at? The street fight, I think. Yeah. Oh, real quick. Ethan Page was the person that came in. That was the mystery guy, debut guy. Yeah, and which I was cool with.
I said, who?
I was so let down because I'm sorry, but to me, AEW and Impact are pretty much the same thing at this point.
I felt the same thing.
And it's like, yeah. So you just came right over from the next door? Okay. Like, it wasn't.
And also New Japan, also,
Like, we haven't seen the side of him before. You saw it over there. You saw it over there.
I love Ethan Page. Don't get me wrong. He's a great worker. He's a great great gimmick. But it's like, yay! He just came over from your sister company. Woo!
Shouldn't Page be dead? He got his heart ripped out.
It's like quitting McDonald's and going to Burger King. Like, okay. Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and let you disparage the good goddamn name of Burger King, damn it.
I'm sorry. It's like going from McDonald's to Wendy's.
I'm not going to sit here and let you disparage the good goddamn name.
It's like going from McDonald's to Arby's.
It's like going from McDonald's to Corral.
I will not let you sit here.
It's like going from McDonald's to Red Lobster.
I will not let you sit
here. Hey.
I like Red Lobster.
Them cheddar biscuits is over with me. I know, because I have a food child to show off for it. So
That shrimp scampi. Oh my god. Okay. Welcome to the Instant Classic. Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling.
Welcome to the Instant Classic Food Network. It's like going from Red Lobster to Long John Silver.
Johnny Hunky.
Wait. Unpopular opinion. Long John Silver's is better. Facts! Long John Silver's is better.
That is fact.
Woo!
I knew I let you through. Yeah, get it. That is fact.
Also, speaking of Silver, John Silver here. He looks like a slimmer Otis. Yeah. Like seriously,
he looks like the dropping that came out of Otis.
Yeah.
Come on. Don't be mean to my boy John. Those short people got
Jerry,
this.
why is there a bald man coming out of his rectum?
Jerry, why is there a bald child in the ring?
I tell you what, man, that guy's got a good bald head. Kind of looks like a little thumb.
Just imagine John Silver versus Marco Stunt. Why are there two children fighting in the ring?
Speaking of which, because this was in the Battle Royal. Everybody go look it up. If not, I will share it to our page and for the world to see. If you didn't see the show, you missed the greatest. I don't know if it was a botch. I don't know if it was a spot or just Evil Uno had a momentary lapse of reason. Marco stunted growth. Goes up for a Hurricanrana. He gets swatted away. He falls. And Evil Uno said, "Oh shit, I'm supposed to sell this," and just runs into the post and falls down.
That was John Cena there. That was Cena. He was here.
Oh god.
I did not recover from laughing until just before we started recording, because I can't emphasize that. I'm not giving it. Just go watch it. It's like Evil Uno was like,
that was the best spot. That was the best spot of the night.
The best part is he didn't just automatically run. There was a pause there, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
He backed up. He got a running start. He backed up and then engaged. Like post.
The street fight.
We can skip this.
You know what the street fight kind of reminded me of at the beginning? In that, well, I don't think you guys have seen it, but you remember that EC3 and Moose kind of cinematic match when the whole
I like how you say you guys probably haven't seen it, and then you go, "Remember when?"
Well, DJ members when they were pounding on the side of the apron. You remember that, DJ?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what the beginning of the match kind of reminded me of.
Remember?
You remember?
Didn't see?
Remember? Remember
that thing you didn't see?
What were you guys' thoughts on the street fight? If you guys would like,
it was trash.
Yeah,
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
I liked it too.
I like the camera work in it. Which is a nerd thing to say, but I like the camera work in it.
I like the positions of the cameras throughout the house.
I sure did like the lighting choice that they chose, and
they've done this thing before back in 2019.
Okay, But and Adam brought this up too, and I was thinking about it as well. If this is a street fight and they're in some random abandoned building, why is there a ring? Who set this ring up? Why was there a ref waiting there? When did the ref get there? Did the ref have a set time to get there? So many questions.
I agree, but then again, I have to remember wrestling logic, because
and that's that, but that's fine. But here's the bullet points in that. I know that the bar has been set with the Boneyard match. That was incredible. That was exactly what it needed to be. And again, it was,
but it wasn't the ultimate
over
deletion.
the top.
But it wasn't the Stadium Stampede.
What?
The Stadium Stampede?
The football field fuckery, as our good buddy Jim Cornette would say.
But I do love that spot during that match when, who was it? It was Nick Jackson, or it was one of the Young Bucks. They were doing the Northern Lights. They kept doing that the 100 yards of the field. I thought that was funny.
So, sidebar, you know how I know we're closing in on the end of the world? I don't hate Cornette anymore, thanks to Adam. I don't entirely hate Hangman Page anymore.
You hated Hangman at one point?
Roger Hangman.
Yes, he did.
I don't even know why. I just didn't like him.
You hate Young Bucks now.
You yell at me for Orange Cassidy. In fact, all y'all yell at me about Orange Cassidy. That's besides the point. Remember when Cassidy tapped that guy in the shins?
Remember when Orange Cassidy brought out that orange juice that one time?
but no, but I understand that there is logic and there is wrestling logic. But like again, it's preposterous, but it's just the visual alone. It's like so if there was going to be a ring there, why didn't they disclose it? They're going to do it in this part of Jacksonville, or blah blah blah. But the ultimate deletion, that makes sense just in terms of the Hardy compound has fucking rings everywhere, so that I can let slide. But why was there ring? Why was there commentary? I don't.
I hated that too.
I actually kind of enjoyed that.
I hated the commentary.
It's a cinematic match. I don't need them talking over it. Give me some like almost like industrial sounding rock music, whatever. Though this is a fantastical thing. It was distracting. It was distracting for me.
I think it was different from like all the cinematic matches that we've seen, with that haven't had commentary. So I mean, I kind of enjoyed it.
It wasn't cinematic. It was in a crap. Okay.
It was like a music video.
We've had cinematic matches that have had commentary, and I've never really liked them because
the ultimate
deletion.
The ultimate deletion kind of they did the latter half of the match. But like I said, I'm like, I didn't really dig it, but it wasn't distracting. This was the whole time, and I'm like, why?
Where did Darby Allin and was it Brian Cage when that
Brian
spot?
Cage.
Where did they drop to? They didn't show.
They died. They died.
They're dead. They're dead.
It was like when Rey Mysterio got thrown off the building.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Exactly.
They'll be back next week.
Wait a minute, and again, wrestling logic. The Big Boss Man got hung by the Undertaker at WrestleMania 15. He was back the next day.
Wrestling logic, people.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, it's preposterous. There's a few things that you're like, yes, if this was real, this wouldn't fucking happen. But again, suspension of disbelief.
Disbelief. Yeah.
If the one spot where they Red Rover fucking Darby into that glass, whatever. So I did that video, and then there's Darby. He's dead.
He did.
Here's my other thing too. Why did you have Sting go against Starks? Isn't fucking Cage the one that power bombed Sting and almost killed him? And the way the match went out, I get it. They wanted to do that spot where he picks him up for a suplex and then walks up the steps, which was cool. But they were saying like, "Oh my God, look at the power of Brian Cage." We've never seen. It's like Kevin Nash giving a suplex to Ray. I'm like, it's visually not that impressive to me.
Yeah. I don't know. There were some things that didn't make sense. The ring didn't make sense. Commentary didn't make sense. But I thought like the visual of it was cool. I enjoyed it. I actually did.
Am I watching the music video here?
The theme, the way they used the theme music. The way they used the theme music was good. I thought that was nice. The way that they somehow made entrances out of it, I thought that was cool. I don't know. I was just interested in it. I liked it.
Does Darby not like cars? He has to go on a skateboard, and then the only thing I swear to God, when he caught up with Sting and he got onto the back of the tailgate, I wanted them to play "Don't Need Money, Don't Take Fame." A little tribute to Back to the Future, but I guess that's what it reminded me of. And yeah, and that element was cool. Like I said, it reminded me of a music video. That's why I wanted them to play some like industrial rock, buy the rights to some Rammstein songs and have that shit beating in the background. I did like the fact that, hey, those hoodlums are the shits. Oh my God, it's 20 against 2 and they got their dicks kicked in. The spot was my favorite spot of the match, is when Darby did the coffin drop. It would have been cooler if it was a legit coffin drop. But yeah, he's kind of like jumped sideways. That was cool. But I'm like, they died. We just seen a murder. We just seen a self-inflicting murder on camera. One more thing. Ricky Starks, you were a fool. Sting throws the bat to you. He throws the bat to you, and you're like, and then Sting just comes over and grabs it.
I felt like they should have double teamed more Brian Cage. And yeah, they should have double teamed Brian Cage, use the skateboard, use the bat, kind of, because Brian Cage is supposed to be this big, huge beast, yes. Okay? And I wanted to have like Ricky Starks come and have more of the shining, because I think Ricky Starks could lead this company in the future. He's a good Ricky young Starks talent. Like he's a good wrestler.
Ricky Starks,
and I love watching him in NWA.
Absolutely.
So, that's how I felt like this match should have went a little bit. Come on, AEW, come on, book us. Hire us.
Yeah, I know they were probably limited of what Sting could
book Casey. He's a good manager.
I'm available.
I've seen him take a shoot kick to the face. Some bitch knows how to take a bump. He said, "You're not going to have to sell. You're just going to fall."
The next Man Scout.
Should we get to the obvious match of the night?
Oh God!
Finish of the night.
The finish of the night.
The poof heard around the world, or I guess
the ED match,
the exploding barbed wire match.
The erectile dysfunction match.
Okay, I will say the majority of this match was good. There was psychology, and like it made sense. And when they hit the ropes, those explosions were okay. They looked good for what they were.
For a first time try, it wasn't that bad in terms of the visual.
Yeah. And then when you do the I think it was a Death Valley driver onto the boards on the outside, and then you hear
no, it was the paradigm shift.
Paradigm shift.
Yeah, you did the paradigm shift, and like why do you do paradigm shift on there? It's gonna hurt yourself more.
They're crazy. crazy. They don't care, pal.
Not even that. It was just the no-sell of the explosion that killed it. Like, it doesn't...
Eddie Kingston.
We'll get to that. We will get to that.
But too, the explosion sucked.
It was like
they
6
didn't
foot away.
shake the ring. They were too far away. Like it. Like
I said, the ones on the ropes weren't bad. The ones on the ropes were what you would expect from an exploding, what you've seen in, Japan.
I felt like those,
not as big, but
yeah, I felt like that was the issue, that they weren't as big, or like they weren't as like it felt like they were too far away to affect anything. That was my issue.
They were right on their backs.
Like, I wish they had, after that, they showed a little black on them, they go like, oh, they're burnt a little bit, I wish it would have had, a little
what
bit of that.
What do you think they are, Kane?
Yes,
we do.
But I mean, I thought the match was okay. There were some spots in there that were kind of nice. I like peeling bodies off barbed wire. That's always fun. That always makes for a good visual. And
you also like the thingies.
Was there? Oh, the only thingy spot that was in this show was Adam Page. Was it Adam Page that got his thingies crushed?
He did get his thingies, but still, you like those thingies though.
But those
thingies.
But I thought the match was okay. It had some cool spots. I thought the explosions were a little underwhelming, but but then again, like when I think it was Moxley went into the barbed wire like back to back. I thought that was cool because I was wondering if that was going to happen or if it just exploded one time when you hit it one time. But
yeah, because I was talking to you on the phone. Like, is this going to explode again? Is this going to pop again?
Like we said before, the ending was underwhelming. They should have used their entire budget on the pyro for that and shook the ring a little bit.
Yeah, and again, like the spot was underwhelming. The story was incredible because Kingston and Moxley have had their beef, but again, there's still just that small semblance of respect and an old school love for each other. Where he's like, "Look, I understand we've had our battles. I don't want the fucker to die." So I did all that. It was a cool visual of him jumping on top of him and trying to protect his body, and then it was just
and I was saying this to Adam earlier because the doctors and everybody came out to check on them. When they did that, they should have seen that it didn't go off like they thought it would. Or that it wasn't
that bad. Just don't sell it that hard. Don't sell it that hard.
Exactly. Say right into Eddie's ear. Hey, it wasn't that bad. Don't sell it like this, because he sold it like he was killed. And we've
seen Eddie Kingston die before. We've seen his death.
He never dies.
This is true.
He never dies.
But according to Lance Archer, everybody dies, and Tracy Smothers. But the other thing I didn't like the pyro with the bat. I think that was a little unnecessary because again, it was just pee. The visual on the ropes was perfect in terms of what you were expecting. I mean, FMW, those look like a goddamn Michael Bay film. You like, these guys are dead. These guys are fucking dead. But yes, the poof heard around the world, and JR and Excrement and Tony had to sell it like it was Hiroshima. I'm like, why? Just why?
My question is, why does a death match end in pinfall or submission?
And then the first person who can't get up again. It's like
it should be almost like a last man standing.
Last man standing. Yes, exactly.
I mean, no, don't kill them. but
I mean, it's called a death match.
I mean,
nobody has to die.
I can't believe they would die. Yeah, it's called a death match. Like death means death. Like it doesn't mean like it's not an owie death match. It's a death match.
Also, I like that one wing angel on the chair.
On the chair. Oh my god.
That was nice.
That chair got just flattened. I was.
I think the chair might have been the only thing that died. Oh.
The soul from that chair was excommunicated.
Also,
Moxley's neck.
When they were doing the whole,
have a baby. He's about to have a baby.
Also, when they were home,
you won't believe what happened at that pay-per-view. I done that on my head. And I'm still walking.
Also,
I'm sure Renee. Sorry, Justin. I'm sure Renee was probably like, "Can we please not do this anymore, John?"
She
please.
said on Twitter. She said, "Why? Why?"
I think we should just keep interrupting Juggernaut because it's fun.
Continue.
I saw they changed my name.
Sorry.
Okay, I understand. But no, back to what I was saying. Like when they were like doing the whole countdown. Oh, where'd DJ go? Oh, bye, DJ. Now we can talk shit about it.
He's down the barbed wire. He's dead. He's died. He does. Oh, he's back. All right. What's up?
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Couldn't affect me.
No, but when they were doing the whole countdown thing, it feels like it was supposed to be something. Why are we moving us all around? This man's. But it felt like it was going to be the worst thing. Like the world was going to end. Like what about the cameramen that are standing close to the ring? Like what's going to happen? It was. I felt like they should have broke the ring or something. Like the ring explodes, when the whole explosion happens.
I agree.
You can't hear? I think he's kidding.
I'd blame Casey. He's in control of a lot of things.
I didn't do nothing.
He muted you, and it
I was say everybody was muted.
I hate you, Casey.
Was I muted?
It.
But no, like I feel like the ring should have exploded or something. Because this is kind of like what the this man's.
Anything? I tried to take him out and put him back in. That was the plan.
Well, I could hear him for a minute.
No, we can hear him. He can't hear us.
Oh.
Go ahead, Justin. Continue.
Oh, but I felt like this was kind of like you're expecting Goldberg, like with the whole pyro stuff. You're expecting Goldberg, but then you get Gilbert with the lame pyro. And I feel like when Eddie Kingston came out, it felt like he just smelled a bad fart and he got knocked out. He just got knocked out. Or Tony Khan said, "Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go out there and sell like you just died." And he probably just went out there and he sold because dude, this is the stupidest thing ever. This is the stupidest thing ever. That's why.
That's inappropriate. This is a kid's show.
Is that a background?
It doesn't look like it because he's. Oh, there he is.
Now I have everybody. Everybody is now present. I don't know what the hell happened. I can't say I don't know what voodoo, Papa Shango, boogeyman shit you did, but that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Okay, do I have to tell everything again? I'm just kidding. I gotta rewind everything. But no,
what?
Yeah, so I feel like let me just kind of reiterate what I just said here. I feel like the ring should have exploded. Oh man. And also the pyro, it's like you were expecting Goldberg, but then you get Gilbert.
You got Gilbert.
You got Gilbert. And also when Eddie Kingston came out, like when he was selling it looked like he just, smelled a bad fart and just got knocked out. Like for real. Or Tony Khan said, "Hey, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go sell like you're dead." He was like, "No, man. Like, I bet Eddie Kingston thought, dude, this is the stupidest thing, and this was selling because this was so stupid." But
Yeah, poor Eddie, and he's gonna get the brunt of this because he sold it like he was dead.
he deserves an Emmy. He deserves a Grammy. No, not a Grammy. That's music. He deserves an award.
A Slammy.
He deserves. Oh Lord.
Any other thoughts on AEW Revolution?
The run-in from Gallows and Anderson was way too long for the spot. It was bullshit. But I would have said it earlier, but somehow Casey fucked with my shit.
That's Casey. Anybody else?
Have him muted.
Also, I feel like we need some of these like stupid things, to happen, to kind of reflect like, okay, maybe we don't do that again. Or you go like, hey, you remember that time when they had that epic fail of a exploding barbed wire match? They kind of need to have these things that kind of look back on, like, yeah, that's kind of bad. I mean, every company has their ups and their downs, and this was definitely wasn't the best of the stuff that happened. But yeah.
All right. If there's no Adam, please close the show. I'm done with this man. Please just tell the people the stuff that needs to be said.
Nope. Go ahead. I'm done.
I'm gonna try.
I like those names, guys. I appreciate that.
Booty meats.
All right. If you haven't already, be sure to like the page. This has been a thing for a long time, Adam. This has been a thing for so long.
Oh Lord!
I think it's their conditioner.
Hold on.
What I think it is. If you ever go to a WWE event and you sit front row, you might find out they smell good.
Anyway,
how have you gotten that close to find out? Oops, let me smell you.
He was right on the other side.
Which one did you smell? That's the real question.
The one that's on TV.
I can't tell because both of them were on TV at the time.
Look at their tattoos.
I don't know them from their tattoos. I know which one's on TV and which one's not right now.
The one that did it for The Rock.
But if you haven't already, be sure to like the page as usual. Share the video if you'd like. If you prefer YouTube, this will be up on YouTube as well, and Anchor and Snapple Podcast and Apple Podcast and Ankle, all of them. That's brought to you by Kurt Angle. Ankle is Snapple Podcast is brought to you by Snapple, our friends at Snapple. Colin.
No, Colin, we talked about it. We called it the poof around the world.
A big old kaboom. The big old kaboom.
Colin, did you give that show a standing ovation? I'm kidding, sir. I love you.
And with that being said, we're going to sign off. Appreciate Adam, Justin, Casey, DJ for coming by. We'll see you guys on the next one.